This is Jacob, welcome to DangerVille. One of the main focuses of any giant monster movie is just how tall these creatures really are, and this has been no different for Godzilla vs. Kong. Fans have argued, discussed, and theorized about both the G-Man's and Kong's height ever since it was announced that these two icons would be facing off for their second battle ever. But we now finally have the official heights for the monsters, and that's what we're going to cover in this video. Let's close this debate once and for all on which one is larger, Godzilla or Kong. Let's get to it. In order to fully wrap our heads around this topic, let's do a quick recap on the confirmed heights for Kong and Godzilla in their previous MonsterVerse films, starting with the Big G-Man. All the way back to 2014, which was 7 years ago now if you wanted to remember how old you are getting, Godzilla was the largest he had ever been. Towering over anything he came across, aside from skyscrapers, Godzilla was an impressive 355 feet or 108 meters tall. That's like flipping an American football field up vertically for a bit of perspective. And the atomic lizard wasn't done growing. In Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Godzilla had a rapid burst in size due to Serizawa detonating the super nuke right on top of his face. This was like giving miracle grow to your plants, and the G-Man shot up another 40-odd feet, now coming in at 393 feet or 120 meters tall. Kong, on the other hand, has a much more complicated growth pattern in this lore. However, we know that in Kong Skull Island that the giant ape was the second tallest he has ever been. That title goes to the Kong who first fought Godzilla back in the 1960s, who was a staggering 150 feet tall. A record that is about to be broken in their new battle. Back to Skull Island, Kong came in at 104 feet or 32 meters in height. About 15 feet taller than a basketball court if you flip that up vertically. Now that we're all caught up, let's move on to Godzilla vs. Kong. The footage and images we have got so far show two monsters who are nearly identical in size, but the truth is that they really aren't quite as close in their height as it appears. We're gonna talk about this later on, but let's get to the actual confirmed and official heights that were recently revealed for Kong and Godzilla. These promotional posters have to be translated to understand what they are saying, but thanks to the lovely people of the internet, the information in these posters has been revealed. Godzilla must have hit his goal height or something, as it has been confirmed that he hasn't grown at all from his last movie, still coming in at 393 feet or 120 meters tall. When you are right at that 400 foot tall point and currently lacking in any true threats to your crown as top dog, or shall I say top titan, you really don't need a reason to grow much more. But Kong, well, that's a completely different story. The monkey has grown. Not just doubling, but tripling in size. Kong has grown from 104 feet, 32 meters in height to a whopping 334 feet or 102 meters tall, gaining an additional 230 feet in the matter of about 5 decades. There will be those who still question how the hell this could have happened, but clues have been given by some of the creators of the MonsterVerse that Kong's kind has rapid and potentially random growth spurts, but also that Skull Island has changed drastically since the 1970s when Skull Island takes place, hinting that something has happened on the island that very well could be the cause to the seemingly insane amount of growth in such a short time for the ape. Even with this growth spurt, Godzilla still towers an additional 60 feet over Kong. This doesn't seem like much, but it's like putting a guy who's 5'8" beside one who's 6'6". Doesn't look like much on paper, but in person, it's a whole nother ballgame. In the recent issue of Total Film magazine, we got a shot that shows this difference in height beautifully. We see Kong forcing Godzilla to stand as upright as possible. This really shows just how much taller Godzilla is than Kong when he's not all hunched over. This goes back to what I said earlier about how in the majority of the clips for the movie, we have seen they look about the same size, but technically they're not. Godzilla has what you can say is a bad posture, so when he walks around normally and all hunched over, his height is more close to Kong's, maybe around 350 feet tall if I had to make a guesstimate. So during the heat of battle and in motion, you really just can't see the height difference. This is something you commonly see with human athletes as well. A fighter can be a lot taller than his opponent, but in their fighting stances, the naked eye can't really pick that up. Regardless, these revealed heights prove that the fight is a fair one, but also that when it comes to sheer awesome size, Godzilla is still king. As to what else is said in these posters, we'll just have to wait and see. I don't speak that language. So many of you residents have been curious about the monster's heights, and maybe this new info will help you as you try to convince your friends why your monster will win. If you want more size videos like this, make sure to let us know down in the comments. Thank you all so much for your time today, and I wish you a damn good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.